Hello, welcome to another episode. In this episode, we are going to solve one of the SAT question. Before that, could you please like, share, and subscribe at this episode? That will help me a lot. So let's proceed with this equation. This is one of the SAT question. So to find out the value of x, basically the question is find the value of x. Okay, find the value of x. Okay, that is what we are going to solve. Okay, so to find out the value of x, what you can do is basically you need to take the square of both sides. So what I'm trying to say is square root of x plus square root of what? I mean square root of 2 plus x square root of x, right, is equal to 2. So you can take the square root of, the square of both sides. So using this relationship, what I'm a plus b the whole square is equal to, as you know, that a square plus b square plus what? 2ab, right? So now using this relationship, you can find out, you can use this relationship. So, or you can write instead, in terms of this relationship, this equation. So, meaning that when you write, okay, let me write over here, square root of 2 plus square root of x, the whole square, okay, is equal to the 2 square, right? Now, using this relationship, like I said, you can write this equation in terms of this equation, okay? So now what you can do is, when you take the square of this 2x, square root of 2 as well as square root of x, you will get that 4, right? 4, when you can, yeah, it's 4, right? Or you can write look like this, square root of 2, square root of 2, plus square root of what? Square root of x, okay? Square root of x plus 2 square root of 2x, right? That is what you can get, isn't it? Yes, I'm sorry, this guy is x, okay? This guy is x is equal to with 4, right? Now, what you can do is you can cancel this guy with this guy. You will get that 2 plus, and then you can cancel this guy with this guy, and then you will get x, right? Now, plus this guy is 2 square root of what? X, right? 2x, okay? 2x is equal to 4, right? So now what you can do is you can collect a like term. So you can move these terms over there. So 2 square root of 2x is equal to 4 minus 2 minus what? X, right? That is what you can, because you can use this rule. You can use this rule, okay? Using this rule, you will get this, or you can, it's supposed to be basically a negative here. When you move the 2 to the right side, or from the equal sign to the right side, you will get a negative sign, as well as x, you will get as a negative x, okay? Now, what you can do is 2 square root of 2x is equal to, this guy's 2 minus what? 2 minus x, right? Now, to find out the value of x, what you can do is, again, you can take the square of both sides. You can square both sides. You can take a square of both sides. Now, what you can get is like 2 square root of 2x, right? 2x. Let me write this guy over here. So 2 square root of 2x the whole square, okay? And then basically this guy, there is a square over here, is equal to x minus 2, 2x minus, 2 minus x, right? The whole square. Then using this relationship, square root of a multiplied with b is equal to square root of a multiplied with square root of b, right? Now you can use this relationship to find out this expression. So what you can do is x square 2 square multiplied with square root of 2x, right? 2x the whole square, okay? is equal to this guy, you will get that 4x. Basically, you can use this relationship, okay? 4x plus with x squared minus 4x, okay? You will get 4 plus x squared minus 4x, okay? Like I said, you can use this relationship to find out this, okay? Now, from here, you will get 4 square root of what? 2x, right? 2x square. Basically, you can cancel this guy with this guy. Now, you will get that 4x, and 4 multiplied with 2x, right, is equal to, when your this guy is so 4x plus x square minus 4x, okay? Now, what you can do is this guy you will get from here 8x, right? 8x is equal to 4 plus x square minus what? X, I mean 4x, right? Now you can collect like term, or you can move this guy over here. Now you will get that x, and 4 plus x square minus 4x. This guy you can, when you move this 8x to right side, you will get that x, I mean 4 8x, okay? Now you can subtract this guy, or you can add, is equal to, you can say that is equal to 0, okay? Now from here, like I said, you can subtract this guy, 4 plus x square minus, you will get that 12x, right, is equal to 0, right? Now you can, when you rearrange this equation, you will get that uh, x square minus 12x plus with 0, okay? Now, as you can see, this is a quadratic equation, so that to find out the value of x, we can use a quadratic formula, okay, which is basically minus b, right? Minus b, b square minus, here we have a plus or minus, okay? I'm sorry about that. Minus b plus or minus square root of b square for a c over what? 2a, right? From this equation, as you know that we have a is equal to 1, right? And then b is equal to minus 12, c is equal to is what? Is 4, okay? Now you can just plug this value in terms of, or you can use this value in terms of a, b, and c, okay? Now, as I said that b is equal to minus 12, right? So you can plug over in terms of b, then plus or minus square root of what? B square means b square is minus 12, okay? The whole square minus 4, a is 1, okay? And then c is what? 4, okay? Over 2a, right? Which is 1, okay? Now you can multiply this guy on over here. You can get that 12, right? Because negative sign with multiplied with a negative sign, you will get positive sign, right? Plus or minus square root of what? This guy is positive 12, right? I mean positive 144 or 144, right? Minus 60 upon what? 2, okay? Now, what you can do is you can subtract this guy from this. What I'm trying to say is plus or minus square root of what? When you subtract this guy, you will get that 128 over 2, right? So that is what you can get. Let me move over here, okay? Now, what you can do is, uh, as you know that this 128 means 64 multiplied with 2, right? So you can just plug these terms over here. So 12 or 12 plus or minus square root of what? Square root of uh, square root of 64 multiplied with 2, right, over 2, okay? Now, from here, this guy, as you know that you can write this term in terms of a square root of a multiplied with b is equal to square root of a multiplied with square root of b, right? Now, this means basically square root of 8, okay, plus, I mean, let me write over here, 12 plus or minus square root of 8, I mean 40, 64, right? 64 multiplied with square root of 2, okay, over 2, okay. Now this guy is a perfect square, so meaning that you will get square root of 64 means 8, right? So 12 plus or minus 8, the square root of what? 2 over 2, right? Now, from this expression, you will get that basically from here, normally you need to use is equal to 0, is equal to 0, okay? You can write this guy over here as well. This means 64 multiplied with 2, okay? Now is equal to, you can say, is equal to 0, which is equal to 0, which is equal to 0, okay? Now, what you can do is, basically you don't need to write a 0, right? We don't need to write 0, okay? Leave it that guy as well as it is. Since we are using a quadratic equation, we don't need to use is equal to 0, or we don't need to use basically this term. So what you can do is from here, you can factor out these terms, okay? So meaning that 2, open the bracket, 6 plus 4, 4 square root of what? Square root of 2, okay? Over 2, right? So you can cancel this guy with this guy, then you will get 6 plus or minus, okay? There is a plus or minus over here, okay? Now plus or minus 4 square root of what? 2, okay? That is a, a final answer, okay? Now meaning that the value of x1 is equal to 6 plus 4 square root of 2, and the x2 is equal to 6 minus 4 square root of what? 2. That is a solution for our equations, okay, for our question. So that's all for today. Let me know if you have any question or any concern on this equation or in this SAT exam question. I'm happy to reply to you guys. So that's all for today. I just want to let you know that could you please like, share, and subscribe this video or this episode. That will help me a lot. So yeah, like I said, that is all for today. See you in the next episode. Have a good day. Goodbye.